I've had the Series 7 for about 3 years now and it's been a really good watch, but Apple has finally announced the Apple Watch Series 10, which I thought was going to be a major upgrade, but it is still an upgrade from the 7, but not a major upgrade that we thought we were going to be getting. Apple released the iPhone 16 and the Watch Series 10, and I have the iPhone 15 Pro Max and there's really no need for me to upgrade my phone, so I decided I was going to be upgrading my watch because I did have a Series 7 and the Series 10 seems like a really good update from the Series 7. So right here is the unboxing of the Apple Watch Series 10. You can see the packaging is fairly simple, very slimmed down. There's not a lot that we're going to be getting inside the box anyway, so let's go ahead and open this up. As you can see, I got the Apple Watch in the 46mm option with the Slate Milanese loop. I was coming from a Series 7 with 45mm as well with the Milanese loop, and I've been a huge fan of that, so I opted to go for something similar. The watch this time around is a little bit bigger at 46mm, and I'm curious to see how that's gonna look. Opening up the box, there's gonna be two compartments here. So there's gonna be the watch band and the watch itself. So there's a dedicated box for the band that you're gonna be selecting, and there's also a box for the actual Apple Watch Series 10. So let's take a look at the band first. So this is the new Slate Milanese loop that's coming with the Apple Watch Series 10, and I believe there's a titanium version of this for the Ultras as well, but I believe this was going to be a little different from the one that I had, but it actually kind of looks like the exact same. I thought the coloring was going to be a little bit darker or different, but it seems like it's exactly the same thing that I had from the Series 7. It's just that my Series 7 is a little dirty, so it looks a little bit darker, but this one is a brand new Milanese loop in the slate color, and it's a fairly simple band. It's just really nice to wear, it's easy to wear, it's very comfortable to wear. I usually like to have the solo loop, but sometimes I feel like that's a little bit too tight, and this you can adjust it the way you would want to adjust it, and it's just the perfect watch band in my opinion for the Apple Watch. Here's a quick comparison of my previous watch band, which was I believe the graphite Milanese loop, but I could be wrong over there, and you can see the slate Milanese loop looks a little brighter, but I also feel like I've had the Series 7 watch band for a while now, so it might just be a little dirty, so it's showing up a little bit darker, but nonetheless they're both similar in its own ways. The only difference is that the other one just looks a little bit more shinier because it is brand new. And finally, let's take a look at the Series 10 Apple Watch. I did go for the polished jet black aluminum finish. Originally I did want to go for the titanium polished finish because I had the stainless steel, and I was a huge fan of the stainless steel just because it looks premium and it looks like a high-end watch, but the polished finish does look really nice on the jet black as far as the press images I've seen, and I've got to say it does live up to that, and it looks really clean in that polished jet black finish. Inside the box, you're going to have the design by Apple in California, which inside has the new Apple Watch charger. I believe it's the same as the previous one, but now the Series 10 can charge a lot faster than the previous models, so you can get up to 80% charge within just 30 minutes, which is going to be really nice, especially if you do sleep tracking, because you can just charge your watch for 30 minutes and you're going to get about 80% charge, or if you're in the shower, you can leave your Apple Watch on charge and it's going to get a decent amount of charge in a very short amount of time. And this is what everyone's been waiting for. Here is the Series 10 46mm jet black Apple Watch, and you can already see the polished finish is shining and it just looks amazing. Coming from the Series 7, I had the stainless steel, so that was a pretty heavy watch, and you could noticeably tell that this is a lot lighter as it is aluminum as well. It's supposed to be 10% lighter than the previous Series 9 aluminum model, and coming from the Series 7 stainless, I believe it's about 20% lighter, and it's extremely noticeable. And you can also see how thin this watch is, which is also very noticeable, especially when you're holding it in the hand. With the Series 7 or any of the older models, you'll be able to notice the difference in weight and the thinness of the Apple Watch Series 10. Here's a quick comparison between the Series 7 and the Series 10. The Series 10 has a bigger display, it's more squared off. The Series 7 seems like it has a smaller bezel, but the body on the Series 10 is a lot smaller, so the screen to size ratio is a lot better on the Series 10. And one thing I noticed right away, which you probably can't tell on camera right here, is the brightness in the display of the Series 10. I believe the Series 7 has 1000 nits, but the Series 10 does have a 2000 nits, which is I believe available in the Series 9 as well, but since I had the Series 7, going from that to the new Series 10, there's a noticeable difference in the display itself. Now, some changes that you'll notice on the Series 10 design compared to the previous model is the speaker. The speaker has a new redesign and it looks a little bit smaller, but apparently it works just as well as the previous model, and for the first time you can finally play media through the Apple Watch itself, so you no longer have to connect to an AirPod or your HomePods. You can just play directly on the Apple Watch itself. The back is also quite different. You now have a full unibody design on the back where the sensor just sits in the middle. Previously you did have a metal back on the Series 7, which is a little different, but now you just have this full unibody design with the sensor just sitting right in the middle, so there is no lines or cutouts or anything like that. It just seems like one seamless design. If you're in the market to get a new watch, I would say if you have the Series 8 or the Series 9, there's really no reason to upgrade to the Series 10 unless you want that new slight redesign that you have with the bigger screen. But if you have a Series 7 or older, it possibly makes sense to get the new watch, especially if you're on a Series 6 or below, because that one does have a smaller display and you're going to get a huge upgrade with the screen on the Series 10. The Series 7 was a really good watch. I feel like I shouldn't have even upgraded, but the display itself and how thin it is and how light it is just made me want to do the upgrade because the battery was also getting a little bit bad on the Series 7. So I decided to go with the Series 10 and I actually like it a lot right now. But that is just the unboxing. So if you guys did like this video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.